So, really, building on Patty's work in Sierra Gorda. So the work of Ecological Development Fund has been working in places, the organization I represent, has been working in places like the biosphere in Mexico. Our work has focused on Central America and Mexico, where it's been 18 years partnered as a nonprofit organization, partnering with local nonprofit organizations in this region to conserve areas of high biodiversity through supporting local organizations to manage their water supplies, manage the community co-management of conservation areas, and then generating small business opportunities for people that live in these areas for sustainable agriculture and non-timber forest products. And so in this context, just to give you a sense of our work around this topic, how do we leverage markets to protect and restore nature? One place we've been very active is in Honduras. The map in the center is Pico Bonito National Park on the north coast of Honduras. And what is important about this picture, it's a concept around water. We heard about forest carbon, but water, we talked about trading of water. I think last year the numbers might be around 6 million euros in trading of water credits globally. That's a very soft number, but it gives a sense, 6 billion euros. And in one location, the communities, 200 communities live around this national park, over 100 hectares in size. And their vision of the management, is to manage the 200 rivers and streams that come out of this national park. And they each manage their micro watershed. That would be the way that they could cooperatively manage a national park where they live. And in each one of these places, you can see their water system on the up. You can see these are gravity water systems. And the payment works that in each community, they organize to form volunteer. The state is absent in this part of the world providing basic services. So the communities organize to provide their own water. And they see it as a community enterprise where they charge the water users, the households in their village, for their water. And then that goes to their community water board that then invests in protecting the water source and providing water in their village. So these are, and this is just another map of the same place where you see on the south side of this park where many of the villages, you get a sense, are organized around providing clean water and charging for their water. They're charging maybe $2 a household per month, and in some of these communities it might be $50,000 a year that are going through their village water committees. And more importantly, people aren't getting sick from water anymore, and that the park has an ally, that these communities are protecting the water source and protecting the park where they live. This year, in these communities, we're able to finally sell their water services to the downstream city of Olanchito. So this city of Olanchito is now paying the upstream villages to contribute to their reliable water supply. And this is one example of how these payments for ecosystem services, we see especially with water, work best with local markets. Selling your water services into local markets. So one of in this field, in addition to water, in the same park, we're working with carbon, forest carbon. Forest carbon often works best with international markets, for international buyers buying forest carbon offsets. And these are sites around this park where we have been developing with local partners a for-profit company to plant trees with private investment, and one of the sources of revenue is forest carbon. And so this is just one example of how we combine impact investors, providing an attractive return to impact investors for investing in planting tropical hardwood. We're converting cattle pasture into mixed tropical hardwood stands in the buffer zone of the park. Among the goals include preserving biodiversity, creating jobs, stimulating the local economy, and improving social conditions. And so these are two efforts around one park where we can look at stimulating payment for water to invest in the park and combine impact investment with carbon finance to also help restore the park, reduce poverty, and provide a return to investors. So here's another example in the spectrum, and I'm going to pass on to Now to our next presenter. Thank you. So